Yo, what is going on, Summoners? We're back this week with another Summoners War Week in Review video where we discuss the happenings of the past week and look forward to what is coming up this week as well. Before we get into all that though, I do want to make a quick note. Me personally, I am back to my full-time job now, so that is why there's been a lot less uploads happening on the channel as of late. I do quite enjoy my job. I build robots for a living, but I love doing this too, and I would love to do this as a full-time gig. So as always, please, if you enjoy the content here and want to support the creation of more content, be sure to hit that subscribe button on the channel. Drop me a like and a comment below. It helps get the videos in the algorithm a little bit. And without further ado, you guys, let's get into this week's video. So this past week saw the end of World Arena Season 13, you guys. And with that came the Legends Tournament this past weekend. And now we have our 4-star Special League running. The 4-star Special League is set to run for the next few weeks. So if you want to have some casual RTA fun, put some of your best runes on your best 4-star units and go in there and have some fun against all the Minas and Mihos that you are sure to find, have at it. Go and have some fun with that. It should prove to be a very different RTA type experience. Expect a lot more cleaving to be going on and a lot less bruiser type builds, a lot less CC type comps as well. So it adds a nice spice. Things are typically a little faster, win or lose. The Legends Tournament that happened this past weekend, there was definitely a little bit of controversy that happened there in the final match. This game number 2 between How to Play and True Whale. In the first iteration of game 2, there was a disconnect, it looked like, on How to Play side, and they had to restart the match. And when they came back, How to Play's RNG seemed to pop off even more. Now, in both matches, it looked like How to Play was going to have the upper hand, but in the first match, I think True Whale definitely had a better chance at turning things around in his favor. So there's a little bit of controversy there. I think Com2uS could have handled that a little bit better. Hopefully, this will lead to some discussions about putting some rules in place and best practices that contestants can be made aware of before the tournament begins on how situations like these will be handled in the future. It would be really nice to see the match kind of saved server side so that when a player is able to reconnect, even if it takes 5 minutes for them to get reconnected, they can resume the existing match from where it left off. And to me, that would be the ideal scenario. I will leave you guys to ponder your own thoughts on that. There was some discussion going around that How to Play may have cheated. I firmly don't think that that is the case. I don't think How to Play needs to cheat, to be honest. They've got all the juicy stuff on the account already and amazing runes. Congratulations to How to Play on winning Season 13 Legend Tournament. True Whale, hopefully you get the next one, man. We're rooting for you here as well. With the ending of Season 13, as the season boils down, we have grown pretty accustomed to having a monster balance patch come out after each RTA season. This season was no different. There was a super high anticipation of a big juicy balance patch coming at the end of the season, because there's a lot of things that the community really wants to see get touched on for both buffs and nerfs. Now, the balance patch that came out, you can see our full video. I will link it in the description below and put a card up here. But we did cover the balance patch in detail in that video. For the sake of this, I will simply say I like what was done in the balance patch, but it fell far short of what our expectations were, in that there was a lot of other things that we would have liked to see in both buffed and nerfed that were not touched on in this balance patch. To kind of help bring certain units down into a more even playing field, as well as to bring some other units up and make them actually at least viable in certain situations. It might not be something that you bring in as a first, second pick in RTA in every draft. It might not be like a top Guild Wars Siege unit or PvE unit, but it would have some playability against certain types of opponents in certain scenarios. So Hopefully, maybe we'll get lucky and get another balance patch coming out a little bit sooner than the end of season 14. But if not, I hope that some of these things get addressed. I do love that the Beast Riders were toned down in this one and some of the other big buffs to make some other units exciting. Please do let me know down below, what were your thoughts on this balance patch? Did your monster box get better or worse as a result of this balance patch? What were some of the things that you were hoping to see touched on that were not touched on in this balance patch that you think need to be addressed in future ones? Along with the balance patch came version 5.3.9 update. So this update obviously introduced the balance patch, as well as something that has been kind of asked by some people in the community for a while now: emojis in World Arena. Personally, I don't think it's a nice cosmetic change. It gives a little bit of something extra. Most certainly, there's already been videos coming out on Reddit and lots of talks around the community about people being super toxic and roping and just spamming emotes while they're roping their opponent into like just an excessively long Ganny Hathor type game. That's gonna happen. Okay, there's people out there that enjoy doing that. They have fun doing that, and if you enable it, it's gonna happen. So it would be nice to have a feature where maybe we can mute emotes or turn them off entirely, not on a per match basis, but actually maybe mute a certain player, or even just turn them off entirely from the World Arena menu. Just be like, you know what, I don't want emojis. I don't want to send them. I don't want to receive them. Hopefully something like that is implemented in the future. These are the first 8. They've basically alluded to the fact that there will be more. How will the more be released? Will they be season rewards in RTA that you can earn based on ranking? Will they be something you can purchase in the shop for World Arena points? Will they be a pack that you can buy for real money? Or all of the above, depending on the exclusivity of the emoji. It could be really exciting. I would like to see something based on a seasonal reward to add on to the existing rewards that are already there. I think that would be really cool to have, and it would give you something that you can kind of showcase. You know, I achieved this rank, this is the emoji I got, so I'm gonna go and spam it up in future seasons. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Personally, I'm impartial on the whole emoji topic. Don't really care one way or another. There's other gaping issues within RTA that need to be addressed, such as matchmaking, that, you know, seeing something like this come out where clearly time and energy and money was put into introducing this feature could have maybe been better invested in improving the existing format of the game to entice more people to play and make it a more enjoyable experience for players. I think that would have ultimately yielded more benefit. But if the plan is to introduce packs that you can purchase with real money, you know people are going to do that as well. But if there were more people playing and happy, more people would be willing to buy those packs as well. So hopefully we do see an update come to World Arena matchmaking and other aspects of World Arena to make it more enjoyable for everybody. Beyond that, there was a couple little quality of life improvements and a bug fix, as well as some skill description text fixes. Really nothing else too big coming from this update. Updates aside, we still have the same 3 events ongoing right now. So we still have the daily joyful event going on. We are now on July 1st as of the date of recording this video, which means we've got just 5 days left in this event. And those next 5 days all have the additional glory point available as well. So please be sure you are, if you are needing to upgrade your glory towers at all, this is the time. This is the best time to be refreshing your arena wings and farming as much arena as you can to get those extra glory points. They do add up tremendously over time. Coming up this weekend, we're also going to see double essences and double crafting materials out of Rift of Worlds. So be sure to get in on those hours when they're available in your time zone and reap those double rewards benefits, because you're essentially saving twice the energy and twice the time. With this, we also have the Rune +6 Power Up Triple Support event going on with this Daily Joyful event. So you can still power up your runes to +6 for free. If you have not gone through your rune inventory and cleaned it out yet, you are running out of time. You have until July 5th at 11:59 p.m. server time to get those done. Take advantage of this to clean up your rune inventory and power up those runes to +6 to see if they are worth keeping or if they should be sold. Also, for the next 3 days, we still have the Legendary Lucky Board event going on. So if you have yet to actually clear all of your tiles for all 3 elements and claim all your items, you just have 3 days plus today to finish this off. Hopefully you will be able to get at least the really good items out of each of these tiles that you need to get. If you have completed them all already, then you can come down to the bonus event, and for every extra 150 points you earn, you can exchange it for 60 energy and 60,000 mana stones. So take the advantage of that. 60 energy is a decent amount of farming, and since you can get 3 to 4 of these a day, it adds up to quite a bit of energy and saves you several crystals worth of refills. We also still have the event 2, second part of this Lucky Board event going on. Hopefully you've completed your 6 missions and gotten your Devilmon by now. If not, make that push for the next 3 days. The Devilmon is worth it, regardless of what stage of the game you are at. If this is your first week playing the game and you have no Nat 5s to put your Devilmons into, I promise you, if you keep playing the game, you will run out of Devilmons by putting them only in Nat 5s sooner than later, and you will be wishing you had obtained every Devilmon you could have between then and now, and then you will still be asking for more. I know, because I'm in that boat. Still continuing on from last week as well, and for the next 3 days as well, is the Summoner's War Quiz by Quiz event. For this event, you just have to complete 25 of one of these types of missions, or 25 runs in one of these missions each day to get your 5 tickets plus 100 energy and 100,000 mana. That's a lot of extra energy. So combined with the Lucky Board event, you can be getting close to 300 energy a day for free just by farming. In 300 energy, you can pretty much complete all of the requirements for these events as well, which is really nice. So make sure you're collecting those, and with your tickets, you get your bonus missions from doing the dimensional holes as well, so you can get an extra 10 tickets from doing that. Then you come down here and you answer the quiz questions. If I missed 2, I got 2 questions wrong over the course of this event, and I still have plenty of time to complete this event. So hopefully you've done that. You get 250 crystals for getting all of the answers correct in the end. You get 2 mystical scrolls from each category for an extra 10 mystical scrolls as well. You can use your tickets. Hopefully everybody had good luck on their LD scrolls. If you haven't summoned yours yet, good luck on it. Once that is all said and done, then you can come down here and turn in extra tickets for each ticket for 5 crystals. So you still get your bonus 25 crystals a day for doing that, which is almost 1 full energy refill. Actually, pretty nice little bonus on top of everything else that is going on right now. So good event, 3 days left plus today. So that's going to about do it for everything that happened in this past week. Now, if we look forward to this coming week, you guys, we have one of the most coveted days in Summoner's War monthly rotation, free rune removal. It is coming up this Saturday, July 4th. I know for many of you in the USA, this is your Independence Day, and it might be a little challenging to be able to get in there and actually do free rune removal on July 4th and find the time to do that. Reruning a whole account, it can take hours. So one thing I would recommend, and that a lot of people in the community have done over the years, if you're limited on time, try and identify the monsters ahead of time that you're wanting to rerune, and then go ahead and just on free rune removal day, remove all the runes. Don't worry about putting the runes back on units the way you want them. That can be done at any time. It doesn't cost anything to equip a rune, but you can remove all the runes you are hoping to remove, or just clear off the monsters you're hoping to clear out. Remove all of their runes on that day. You can do that relatively quickly, maybe in 20 minutes, half an hour, depending on how many monsters and runes you're wanting to redo. And that can save you a ton of time. Then over the course of the next few days, you can start to rune your units back up the way you want to do them. Also, starting tomorrow, you guys, July 2nd at 7 p.m. Pacific time, going until August 9th. So a month, 5 weeks essentially, of this event is a 4-star monster summon event. Okay, it's been a little while since we've had one of these. It's been a few months. They seem to do 2 to 3 of these a year, and they are very, very nice events. I strongly encourage, if you are thinking about taking a break from the game, or if you are taking a break and thinking about coming back to the game, that you make time to do this event if there is any fire, water, or wind element 4-star unit that you are looking for. Now, for some players, this is a great opportunity just to, hey, I'm missing a couple different ones out of my Pokedex. I want to grab one to fill that spot that I haven't been able to summon yet. Personally, that's my boat. I'm missing 2 of the regular element 4-stars, so one of those, the Water String Master, is who I'm going to be looking to get in this event if I don't happen to summon one during the course of the event. That's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm also missing a Fire Cannon Girl, in case you're curious what the other one is. So at least the Water String I would probably be able to find a use for somewhere right now. That's my reasoning. Now the other thing, and you'll notice it highlighted in red on this graphic, is you will have a chance to summon a default 3-star light dark monster. So this is in addition to the default 4-star monster that you get to summon from regular element. You're going to spend energy, dimensional hole, arena invites, or summon monsters on the daily to acquire points. You can get up to 750 points a day, and it's going to take 500 points to be able to summon a monster. So you'll choose your element, okay? And then similar to the lucky board event, and you choose your element for the tiles you want to open. It's the same idea. And then you summon a monster, and a monster appears in a box in that event, similar again to the lucky board style or appearance. You'll summon monsters. You'll do that with every 500 points. It doesn't consume your 500 points. It's just every 500 point benchmark you hit, you get to summon one more. So every 2 days, you're going to get to summon 3 monsters. Now, once you get the monster you're looking for, you then highlight it and you collect it, similar to the rune crafting events. So hopefully you get to summon yours fairly quickly or early on in the event, because it takes a lot of pressure off trying to accumulate those 750 points, especially if you don't have a lot of summons saved up to kind of fill your gap on the daily to ease the stress of farming. Look at your monster collection and see what you're missing. If you're missing something and you're wanting, and it's a useful monster, something that you might use, that one's probably going to be your priority. If you're missing things that are just, hey, this would be nice to have just to fill my Pokedex, if that's your mindset and that's what you're wanting to do, by all means, go for that. If you're wanting an additional monster, like say you're looking for a second Lucian or a second Triana or something to build multiples of for Guild Wars or Arena or Siege, whatever it might be, go for that unit. My final priority would be going for something for skill ups. As you only get 1 monster out of this event as a 4-star, look for what you might need for skill ups. In terms of light dark, it says here we cannot get the light fairy queen, the light magical archer, or light and dark cowgirl. So those ones will not be available through this event for the LD 3-star. But any other LD 3-star is up for grabs. So if you're missing one of those key LD 3-stars like a Kabila or a Darien, if it's something that's available through Secret Dungeon, maybe you wait and try to get a Secret Dungeon for that instead of spending your event monster on that. But typically the 3-stars, they're going to be pretty easy to skill up. So if it's not a monster that you're missing that you really need, then you might just go for a monster that you're missing in general. After that, then maybe you go for a skill up, because it'll be one less skill up you have to farm or summon for something. That, again, that would be my lowest priority. Personally, I'm only missing 1 LD 3-star monster, not one I'm going to build anytime soon. It's the Dark Penguin Knight. So I'm going to go after that just for Pokedex completion, and then I'll have all the LD3s we'll go from there. So with all the points you accumulate and the benchmarks you hit to get to summon your monsters, there is going to be a shop, if you will, where you can actually spend those points and the shop will consume the points. Pretty standard looking event shop here, where you get an XP booster, you get some energy, some mana stones, ancient coins, mystical scrolls, crystals, a re-app, single re-app, and a single Devilmon. Personally, I almost prioritize these in reverse order every time. I'll save up my points for the Devilmon first. That is top priority. Then the re-app stone, then crystals. Then it's really between mystical scrolls and ancient coins, energy, mana, and XP boosters. Usually the last thing I go for. I do recommend going for the Devilmon and the re-app stone first, as they are the most... They are extremely, extremely rare resources. Even for like people that spend a lot in the game, those are very rare and valued resources. And with 750 points a day over the course of 5 weeks, or about 35 days, that's gonna equate to about 26,250 points. So you'll be able to acquire way more than you're going to need to get everything in the shop. But I do recommend that you start the event strong, because I have done these events before and I've summoned all but maybe 1 or 2 of the element 4-stars or all the 4-stars in a given element before I actually get the one that I'm looking for. It's taken almost the entirety of the event for me on more than one occasion. I've also happened to get them super early in these events in the past. So I hope everybody has the luck to get their monster early. But make that decision ahead of time or before you start spending your points anyway, so that you're not wasting points in the wrong element. Unless you're just looking for skill ups, in which case then element doesn't really matter. In any case, you want to pick one and commit to it, because every monster you summon now increases your chances on the next summon to get the monster you're looking for. And that is going to do it for this week's video, you guys. As always, if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoy the content and want to see more videos like this coming out in the future, please do subscribe to the channel. Drop me a like and a comment down below. I want to hear your thoughts. Like I said earlier, I want to hear your thoughts on the balance patch. I want to hear your thoughts on the Legend Tournament and World Arena Season 13 ending, Special League. What kind of teams are you guys going to be running? What are your thoughts on these events? Did you get to through the events of these past couple weeks or past month, and what are your thoughts? What are you going for? What 4-star monster, what 3-star LD monster are you guys going to be looking for in the upcoming event over the next 5 weeks? Let me know down below, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Happy summoning.